Morning, everybody. Today I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get a engine for a 73 AT3, I'm sorry, 73 ATMX 125 together. At least put the bottom end together on it. I don't know if I'll get the top end done today or not, but that's what I have planned. So come on along and we'll get this thing started. Okay, I got everything set up here. I've got the transmission kind of mocked up the way that it goes, but let me pull it back apart and I'll show you guys all what's going on with this thing. Okay, this cluster, I don't remember it's the first, what gears are on it. This shaft is your counter shaft. So if it goes through this hole, so grab that. Then you got your two shift forks. Drop those in. Put those in there. There it goes. Okay. Then this shaft comes around this way. This is where the clutch goes in. This will go, I believe, right like this. Now this is your shifting drum. Now, down inside here, there is your neutral, spot for your neutral. It's got a spring and a ball bearing, which goes in the case in the back. So this goes in this part of the case. Then right here is another hole. I don't know if you can see them on the inside, but there's two holes. Those have to line up with this indent here and this little knob. So when this all goes in, this like that, and that indicates that your transmission is in neutral. You put this together, then you take this unit and you want to have it when this shaft and this shaft are in the holes. This is up against your pins. I've already got grease on them to hold them. You want to have these dents lined up with where those holes would be. So that would be, put that like this. It's got to shift a little bit more over. It's got to rotate. Trying to get everything lined up so that it's right. That's basically it right there. Okay. Then you can take your other gear set and place it in there. You got to hold this stuff all crazy. Your other shift fork. Drop it on there. So that's about how it's supposed to go when it's in the unit right there. Then pray and hope that you can get all the shafts in without everything completely falling apart. Oh, it fell off the gear. Okay, back out, start over. That's down in the hole. Yep. That's got to go. There it is, I think. Okay, everything looks like it's going in. And I can't tell yet if okay, Houston, we have a problem. This has got to rotate. This gear shaft isn't down all the way, but okay. Okay, I got it in. You just got to really wiggle it around, make sure this stays in the neutral position. I don't know if you guys can see down in that hole, but you might be able to see the little dent right there in the middle of the hole. That's for the neutral safety switch. You want to make sure that's straight up. Then, I don't know if I can do this without dumping the transmission on the floor. Down in that hole, you should be able to maybe see the little dished out portion in the shift drum. Make sure you got those done up. Excuse me. I like to put the ball and the spring for the neutral back in the bike, just because I feel it kind of helps hold that shift drum there for now. Get this little bolt put in. Yeah, that seems good. Everything is, I can hold the counter shaft sprocket shaft and spin the main shaft, so that's in neutral. Okay, now time to put the crankshaft in. So let me go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the crankshaft here. I've got the shim right here that was on this when I took it apart. When I took the crank out, I put a parallel here and I measured down to the bearings on each case half. I measured the crankshaft with the shim, and I wrote those numbers down. When I put the bearings back in here, I made sure the bearings were at the same depth as the old ones that came out, so that the thickness here remains the same for this. Because I think there's a certain amount of resistance you got to have, but it can't be too tight. So your dimensions have to be the same. Now I am going to change these boards around because I got to have enough room for that crankshaft to come out. Okay. Let me get you in position here so I don't knock the camera around. Okay. Got a little Yamaha lube. I'm going to put a little Yamaha lube on that into the crankshaft. I've already got all my bearings lubed. I just took some Yamaha lube on a Q-tip Dipped them down into all the bearings so they were nice and smooth. Okay, let's see if this crankshaft will go in here. Kind of move it around a little bit. Give it a little wiggle. Okay. Give this thing a couple of whacks with the old dead blow and see what it does here. It's going down on there. Oop, I think I hit you guys. Okay. I think what I'm going to have to do is put my puller on there and suck that up from the other side. So let me get this thing set up because I'm going to have to move the camera. And I'll be right back. Okay, I got my puller out and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and put the gasket and the cover that goes on here. That'll help hold the shift drum from falling out. Got a new cover and a gasket. I'm not going to put nothing on there because really shouldn't be leaking any oil. First, got to put on the little washer that goes on there. Make sure I hold that shift shaft drum in there. Then there's a big C-clip that goes in a groove. Oh, the washer fell down. On a groove in there, and then that's held on. That holds the shift drum in position. Put it on right here. See if this one fits in this other hole. This case, the bike had thrown a sprocket or a chain, and it broke the case where that bolt hole is. But there's still enough thread left. Okay, found the right screw that goes in that one hole. I would weld it up, but I have no way to machine it back down and do the hole in the right spot. If I had a mill, I could do that, but I don't have one, so. Okay, that cover's on there. That's going to hold the shift drum in position. Now for the crankshaft, get back to that, pull it. Let me get everything assembled here. I don't know if this is the right way you're supposed to use this thing, but it's the only way. I bought it, and it didn't even come with any instructions. It's like, oh, jeez, great. But I'm thinking this is how it's supposed to work. It's not going to take a lot of force to pull that crank in. So hope this is acceptable here. I don't know if I can do this and have you guys watch. Got to get this wrist pin in the right spot. Okay. We'll just put that right there. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's pulling in nice. Back you up a little bit. Just go until it stops. Oh, it just got real easy. Okay, that's in. Now, I just need to get the nut loose. There it went. Okay. Take everything apart. Put the puller away. All right. This goes in here. That worked pretty slick. Okay, now let's turn it back over here. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Get you back up on some 2x4s here. Figure out where to put them. There. Okay, we got you back. Okay, I'm gonna put some RTV on the other case, and then I'll bring that over and we'll get this case assembly put back together. So let me go get that case done and I'll be right back. All right, I got some RTV on the other case half. I'll lift you up here. You can see it all right there. I just kind of pull the tube off, the top off the tube, smear it around, get a little layer on there. I don't go real crazy. Let's see, get you centered up. Hope that's good. All right. Now, drop this down on all the shafts. First, I'm going to take and put a little Yamaha lube on these shafts to help. I just stick my finger in the bottle, get it oily. All right, that's good. Clean my finger out here. All right, let's see. Let's get this case mounted up on here. Ooh, everything dropped down nice. Little wiggle wiggle. Okay, I think that's a crankshaft is the tough spot. There we go. Nice and easy. It's going right on down. Put some pressure on the back. A little harder here. Oops. I got you guys. Okay. That's it. That's together. Still in neutral. Crank goes up. That works really good. Okay, so let me let's see. Turn it over here and we'll get the case screws in, and then I'll come back to this side. First, I'm going to take and wipe off some of this gasket maker from the outside of the case here, where it's scooched out. I'll have to do it again. Okay. There we go. Okay, start dropping the screws down in the holes. I took the screws and put them in another case half so I would know where they go back into this case. These are all brand new stainless screws. Beautiful out here today. I'm in the process of getting my kitchen redone right now, so those people you see every once in a while in the background are the people that are working on my kitchen, making my wife happy. It's only been 30 years coming. Let me bring you up a little bit so I got room here for the screwdriver. Actually, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my cordless and run all these in. Let me get it set up here with the right drill bit. Phillips. Okay. right. Ready to tighten these down and get the impact working on them, get them nice and tight. Go by hand, go around it nice and tight by hand first. Kind of spread the wealth here. Don't want to get too tight in any one spot, so just kind of jump around. Okay, that one's good. Oh, I missed one here. All right. Almost ready to lock them down. I think these are what they call the Japanese standard screws or something. It takes a bigger screwdriver tip. All right, let me make a little extra room here. We'll get those tightened up. Okay. I'm going to have to move the camera up here quite a bit so I don't end up smacking it. Let's go around it now. Knock them down. All right, that's got that. All right, so let me find the seals for this and we'll get those put in. I'll be right back. Okay, I got some RTV. I'm going to put it on a Q-tip stick. Just kind of run it around inside here. Get a little bit. Doesn't need a bunch, just a little. Wet it. That'll help the seal actually seal in here. Some over here on this side. Just try not to get it in the bearings. Well, everything spins nice. All right, enough playing around with that. Right in there. Then that gets the spacer around it. Okay, the crank seal. Let me put a little oil on there, just so it's not real tight on that crank. good. Okay. Put a little gaskets material maker on here. It helps the seal slide in and helps seal them up a little bit. All right, there's that. Wipe all that gasket silicone off. Don't need the engine to be all nasty looking. All right, so I think we got it for today. Everything seems to be good. Let me put the top back on this gasket maker. All right, well, that's gonna do it for today. I'll go ahead and get everything on the clutch over here assembled. Well, you know what? I can go ahead and put the seal in. Now that's a double lip seal. Might as well put it in there and keep everything over here clean. That's got a brand new. Oh, I'm going to replace that O-ring. Hang on a second. I don't know if I have one of these. That's awful little O-ring. I know I don't have one of those. I wonder if a standard O-ring would work. Let me go get my O-rings and we'll check and see if I have one for there. Okay, I found an O-ring and I got the seal. I got that all put in there. Well, okay. Just gonna call it a day. It's been a long day. I'm tired. So if you'd like this video, do me a favor, just hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Going to do a part 2, do the clutch installation, everything, put the clutch case on it. We'll get the shifter all adjusted and we'll wrap up this thing and get all the cases on the next one. So you have a great weekend and I'll talk to you later.